Hello, everyone. This is Chala Dinkoy, CEO and founder of The Repositioning Expert. Welcome to another Tuesday Tea Time with Chala. It is fast coming up on 3 o'clock. I have another meeting, so I'm going to make this a quick one. But this is just to show you that I show up and I want you to show up with your visibility, no matter how small a time frame you have, for you to show, your expertise, your wisdom, share your advice. And this one is definitely not marketing advice. Here, let me see my little tea. This week has nothing to do with marketing, but I help my clients with all sorts of issues. So this was one that came from one of the businesses that I met last week in New York City, and they this business owner is simply terrified to push back on a client that has asked them to do such extensive traveling, and that they said yes to because they didn't want to lose this very precious client, that she needed some advice on how to face this and how not to lose the client. So based on 18 years of corporate experience of managing people, being managed myself, and now helping for the past 13 years my clients help manage their teams, as well as do their marketing and their sales. Here's some of the advice that I gave her. So the first one is calculate the cost of no change. So if nothing changes, if you stay, if you say nothing, if you burn out, what are the actual costs? And one of the biggest things is there's no time for business development, because there's no time for self-care even. So both on the business end and on the personal end, I want you to stack up all the costs, both monetary costs, cost of losing the opportunity lost, and then compare it to the actual remuneration and the revenue that you're receiving from that client. Number two is approach them, obviously have a conversation with them. And the conversation should go something like coming with a solution and not the problem. So I don't want you to say, I can't do this anymore, this is just too much, but more like, I want to continue to serve you in the capacity of the quality of the high quality standards that I've been delivering so far. And in order for those standards to remain, this is what we need to change. And then you could give a plan as to what percentage has to be reduced, what percentage can go and become be outsourced, or what percentage can go to another team, or internal to you or to them. What percentage can be done on Zoom? So come up with a plan and approach them with a sort of productive, positive end. Number three is show that you understand their needs. So tell them why you think they need that hands-on approach, for why they need on-site supervision, or whatever it is that the scope creep is caused by. Tell them that you understand, and tell them here's how we're still going to be able to handle that. Here's how we're still going to be able to solve that. Because the only reason they pay you is because you're solving their problems. So tell them that and go to them with the new suggestion. And then give them time to adjust. And I used to say this when you're increasing your prices, for example. So tell them that you'll be starting next month, and then tell them what you'll be changing in the next month. So you'll say, starting next month, we're going to change X, Y, Z. And then let's talk, and then open it up to a co-collaborative solution of let's talk how to make this transition as smooth as possible. And of course, number five is frame it as good for them, protecting the quality of work and the quality of output. And then if they leave, number six is if they do leave for what is truly a healthy and reasonable boundary, they were milking your company for the maximum output for the minimum input. So it's good for you to know that as well. So it's really, really, it'll be an interesting, and you're not leaving and nothing's changing, but this is a conversation, right? And then number seven, of course, as your marketing guru, double up on your sales outreach as much as you can, whether you need to do it through other people in your company, or you need to, sleep less, but double up on your outbound sales, your visibility, before the conversation with them, because that'll give you some sort of confidence, and it'll give you a little bit more reassurance that there's more prospects and potential out there. Now, unfortunately, the way the brain works is you're going to be so flooded with adrenaline and cortisol and all sorts of stress hormones that you're probably not going to be even able to think in this way of, how do you reach out to people? You're going to be shutting down with just, barely surviving in stress. But hopefully, talking to me and seeing this is a sign that it's never as bad as you think it will be. Unless you have the conversation, you don't know whether you're truly being seen as a partner and whether there's truly a way out, or they're going to accommodate you. And no company wants to burn out a supplier that they like. So if they think enough of you to have you visiting every single site for so frequently, then there's a reason why they value you. So have an open conversation, and then don't be scared to push back on the scope creep burnout. And I hope that was helpful, and I will speak to you next week. Take care.